from the table at the next meeting, you have a right to do so, but I would suspect that you wouldn't have the vote at that same meeting. You wouldn't be on the agenda. Know what I'm saying?
It can be, we can request for, even though it's a tabled item, correct me if I'm wrong, we can, if any one of us say, hey, we'd like to see that, even though it's tabled, we'd like to have that on the agenda, to remove it. Yeah, I mean, we can still.
And goes back to the last time, the reason it's on here is because it was tabled to this meeting. That's why it appeared to this. That's right. That's why it appears on here. My recommendation would be, for purposes of the transparency, to have it listed as an item to be removed from the table as a line item for the agenda. And then if you want to have it for a vote at that one, you can do it. My recommendation is that you make that in the agenda item on what you would discuss at the 6 o'clock meeting.
He's suggesting that if any council member wants to put this on upcoming meeting to be removed from the table, it be placed on the 6 o'clock meeting, work session meeting, for the next meeting 2 weeks after.
To be clear, you don't
So
have to,
that,
but that's my recommendation, is that way you get it on at 6
transparency
o'clock,
purposes,
then it comes on at 6:30. 2
so
weeks
that the
later.
public has the opportunity to be here for that meeting and not be at one meeting and it's removed from the table and voted on and you don't have the opportunity to be present.
One option you could do right now would potentially, if you wanted to pass a motion on that, to go ahead and table it to the next one. Now you've got it set for the next hearing if you want to do
At the
that.
time certain.
Yeah, you've set it for a time certain.
The only thing that I see comes back again, I know this fellow, Mr. Crossville, is basically, he's talking for them and he says he can on certain times, but I'd rather see it in writing what they would do. If they're gonna put the trees in, they're gonna do the sidewalk, or whatever they're gonna do, I want to see that before I do the voting. That they'll do. I mean, it's your word against the corporation.
Sure. You wanted it.
We have a letter stating he has the permission.
And Mr. Crox was right, if this body wants to put a condition on there, it's on there. They don't have an option to reject that at that point. Just throwing that out there. It sounds like if you want to give them the option to come in and have a dialogue, you can do that, obviously, but if this body decides to put that condition, it's on there.
Well, another thing too is I would like to see that building tore down before we do anything else. So, I mean, they need to tear that. I went up there a couple times and looked at it. It needs to be torn down. I mean, it's a safety hazard. A kid get in there and get hurt. Graffiti all over the place, you know. It just needs to be come down. If our housing board can't, or don't want to tear it down, or whatever their problem is, kind of upset about them
I know.
postponing a lot of stuff that needs to be done. We give them 30 days, they come back and give them another 30 days. We're gonna do that, we're gonna need to let the council handle it.
It can't just get through saying that they agreed to tear it down at the, so there's no problems with them tearing it down.
Okay.
Well, it's been sitting there, how long's that been, Kenny?
Yeah, demolition,
It's been less than a month.
as soon as they get their demolition permit.
They need to act in good faith. Get it done.
Let's see some improvements before we vote.
All right, so unless there is a motion, then we just move on.
Can I clarify just one thing, just so I know the direction you want me to follow? You would like me to get from them in writing?
Yes.
That they would make some of these improvements, like we talked about with the safety of
And plus, one thing I want to stipulate in there, the other building needs to come down.
Okay, yeah, I think I can reason with them. I think that's what their intentions, and so I believe I can say there needs to be some good faith and see some activity there, and then also get in writing some of the stipulations you do as far as safety, some greenscape, and possibly a little bus, some sort of bus waiting thing at the entrance there. And I can't speak for them, but I believe I can get them to agree that in writing. I can present that to you. And then I'm also involved with the demolition portion and getting those bids. So I can probably spur that along as well until it's important that there's some good faith shown on their end to give you more confidence in moving forward.
Another thing about the bus stop, what I can say on that is Hamilton County has to come out and approve the bus stop. And if there's a blind spot, which I know the Hill are talking about, they won't approve the bus stop. So they may be walking, they may be walking up to the end of the road or whatever, but they've got to have them. But, I mean, I've got an apartment complex, I pick up 25 kids. Two-lane road is smaller than that, and they stand out the street everywhere.
Shouldn't be that.
They should, really should.
We have an opportunity now to move forward with
Right.
these demands.
Right. So, Mr. Croc's office, do you have what you need?
I think I understand. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right. Well, we've been going for 2 hours. We're going to take a break. I was going to make a statement, but I'm sure a lot of people are appreciative. So we'll take a break for about 10 minutes or so and come back and start again.